Hi everyone, it's Angelina from Sparkling Diva, and I have another reading for you. This time it's on being a woman and how what you do or not do affects your love life. The reason I'm choosing to do another reading on being a woman, femininity, etc., is because that's basically what Sparkling Diva is about. You know, I do these readings on YouTube. I love doing that. But what I'm want to set up, what really is my passion in life, is helping other women get empowered as a woman. And so I do courses and trainings on that. And I've just finished a free 5-day challenge online for women called Forever Feminine, to help women get more empowered and in touch with their feminine energy. And later on this month, I'm going to do a 30-day course on that, which allows me to dig much deeper into it. And that's also online, completely online, so it doesn't matter where you live, what time zone you're in order for you to participate in that course. And well, that one isn't free. I mean, I have bills to pay as well, and I put an awful lot of work in it myself, and it's 30 days, so yeah. But if you're interested in that, you can check out the link in the description below this video and just read about it, and maybe it appeals to you. You can also read about the free one that I have done. It will be back later on this year. I don't know when just yet, because I have plenty more courses and challenges I'm going to do. But if you are interested in that and want to work on becoming more in touch with your femininity, feminine energy, with your body, your intuition, self-love, confidence, self-respect, self-esteem, sexuality, sensuality, etc., etc. It will all be part of the courses I'm offering. Also, just working on limiting beliefs, the masks you wear, and judgment, and it's just there's so much in it. Also, looking at the shadow part of you as a woman, what type of woman or what part of yourself you hide, even from yourself. And what I can offer you to integrate that part into your system, into your being again. And so yeah, there's so much in this course, and that I will probably do a second one after that, because I don't think I can even put it all in the 30 days, you know, it's so much. But in any case, if that piques your interest, then check it out. And yeah, I do also have another free challenge, another 5-day challenge on self-love, which is also vitally important, of course, if you want to be more empowered as a woman. Self-love is everything hinges on self-love, whether it's finding a relationship, feeling better about yourself, finding happiness in life, being able to attract and manifest, well, whatever, you know, relationships, love, money, abundance, is basically everything. It's the key to happiness. That's why I called that training Self-Love, the Key to Happiness. If you are interested in that, that's just free, 5 days. That starts on May, let me think, the 14th. And I'm actually, I forgot to say that yesterday, I'm actually offering that one because on May 13th, which is on a Sunday, that's my birthday. Yay! So I decided to celebrate my birthday with you by offering a free 5-day challenge on this self-love, the key to happiness. So it is open to both women and men. So if you want to sign up for that, then yeah, just also go to the link in the description underneath this video. And then you can also read first online what it's about, etc., etc. So yeah, right. So now the reading for the ladies, right? I'm sorry, guys. Maybe you can get something out of it, anyways. I don't know. Yeah, but it's about, well, being a woman and what blocks your your love life will not blocks, will affects, sorry, not blocks, will affect your love life. So what you do or don't do, whatever. So we're going to have a look at that. We have the numbers 1 with the rune. This is a pink moonstone. Not pink, peach. Or is that pink? No, it's peach. Peach moonstone with a rune on it. I believe, I'm not entirely certain. I keep forgetting these names. Well, never mind. And then we have another one with a carnelian is number 2. And rune for that is reversed. It's a torch. I'm not sure what the name is of that. I'm not certain, I'm sorry. And last one, number 3, is, I believe that is Man or Manas. The man, right? A greenish stone, not certain what it is. So 1, 2 or 3, please make your choice because I want to get on with it, like so my battery doesn't die on me before I'm finished. So I'm going to start with the numbers 1. If you haven't made a choice, right, pause it. Zoop. Did I already say that? I don't know. I still am suffering from the blood sugar dip I had because I was so hungry earlier on. Right, the rune I'm going to do the end. I'm first going to go into the cards. We have the first one. I did positions for this. What are you doing too much? What energy are you expressing too much? And then we have Mary Magdalene, which is really funny because I thought, how can you have too much Mary Magdalene? Mary Magdalene is the balanced feminine energy, right? It's very balanced. The feminine and masculine energy is balanced on the inside, and then you also can balance it on the outside in love relationships or any relationship. You can balance the masculine and feminine energy. There's also healthy sacred sexuality, sexual energy involved. So I thought, like, how can you have too much or put too much? How can that not be good? And then I thought, well, if it's too much, then it's not balanced, is it? Then it's not balanced. Then there is an imbalance in the masculine and feminine energies. And so that is affecting you then. And if we look at what you should have more, what you should express more, be more, whatever. We had Artemis, and Artemis is more of an independent woman, a woman who follows her own rules and chooses her own paths without needing to consult a man. She doesn't. She can enjoy a company of men, but it's more. It's more like, can a man actually keep up with her? Because she's very physical. She likes activities, physical activities, sports, etc. Going outdoors. She's very natural, very natural. And also with the Mary Magdalene is a teacher. When she, after she'd gone to France, she allegedly spent the rest of her life teaching to a very small group of followers. Also in my Keepers of the Light deck, that's what she's about teaching. Teacher awakens. And I feel that maybe if you have too much of this, there is an imbalance in masculine and feminine energies, but also because of that, likely, maybe you want to express something, share something in a way like teaching something to other people, and you're not being understood because you have this imbalance. So the message doesn't come across the way you want it to. Maybe because this is not balanced, masculine and feminine energy, maybe you have to try and let it unfold more naturally, because that's likely more what Artemis would do, because she's natural, casual, and just knows what to do, what she wants. And I'm not saying Mary Magdalene doesn't, but yeah, I think you have to be more like allowing things to happen, also allowing other people to have a different view. So knowing, in that way, knowing who is the right person to hear your message and who isn't, because then you don't get misunderstood. And if someone doesn't understand you, doesn't or isn't interested in what you have to say, well, that's okay too, you know. Then there's plenty of other people around who are willing to hear your wisdom and listen to your knowledge and wisdom and what you have to share. And I think that basically is what this Mary Magdalene thing is about. The imbalance causes you want to share something, you want to express something, but you fail at that because of this imbalance, and then you get misunderstood. But then you keep at it, you keep trying to almost convince people, but that's only going to lead to frustrations. That's going to be, that's not going to make you happy. I wonder how that resonates with you. Please let me know in the feedback. The next one, another one for what you should be like more is express more. So same as Artemis, right? Same position. I mean, is Dwaikul, is an ascended master. So, remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So, yeah, also just indeed that as well. You know, you do have a mission. You do have a path. And it allow it again to unfold naturally. Just one step at a time is okay. Doesn't have to happen all at once, you know. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the unfolding of it as well. Just enjoy that, and then that way you will also learn who your audience is, so to speak, and who is not. And that will also help you balance more on the inside. And let's see what you need to develop in order to do that. We have the chakra card, solar plexus card, choice, free will, courage, willpower, and change. Well, this is about choices. What I find interesting about this, it speaks of, well, there is always a lot of power in choices that you make. You have power through that. And that you sometimes choose something because it's just familiar, or because there is a subconscious patterning that makes you choose something, or you can feel that life is happening to you, while in actual fact life is playing out exactly as you are choosing it to be, because law of attraction as well, right? You can choose to make your situation better and more positive, and then instantly the higher path will begin choosing you in return. So choose to let go of the patterns of behavior that hinder your well-being, and you will make room for higher choices to come through. So, yeah, I feel that ties in with the other cards that we just had, because maybe this has gotten to be a pattern. And you have to break that pattern. You have to let it unfold, take small steps so that you find out who is willing to listen to you. And people, you will find out who will understand you as well, right? Because Mary Magdalene wasn't understood at all. The names that the woman was called is horrific, really horrific. So yeah, change patterns and small steps, etc. And let's see the next card, what you can let go of in order to develop this and to become more of the Artemis energy and so on, the stuff we've read. Then we have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, it is in view, the Eight of Wands card. Normally that is a card of speed. But I never feel that aspect in this deck, because I don't see the speed in what she's doing at all. I always feel that that it's about balance and making certain that everything is equal, right? There's 4 wands here, 4 wands there. Now she's making these bundles of the flowers, and well, she's likely going to spread them evenly too. So, and again, like I said, there is an imbalance, and I feel that you are I don't know, nitpicking maybe. It's or going back and forth between these two, masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine. Whereas it has to merge, it has to blend and become one, and I also get a sense of overthinking it in a way. But I'm not sure if that makes sense. Because to me it's odd because it's a wands card. Usually that is one of the swords cards that comes up with that more. The over analyzing, overthinking. Ah, so yeah, sifting and sorting, sifting and sorting. I feel that more the sifting and the sorting that you have to let go of that. And I cannot really explain the connection with this with the Mary Magdalene in that sense. But yeah, this is what I get from that. What you should let go of, what you can let go of, sifting and sorting. Maybe you are stuck too much in this, not in this, trying to do that, almost adamant that you want to do that, have to do that, as opposed to letting it unfold naturally, like Artemis. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm sorry if it's unclear. And if you do all this, what we've talked about, then what will you get in love? Then we get these two cards from the Romance Angels. Love yourself first, and reconciliation. So I think you will begin to love yourself more, and that will make you more attractive, romantically attractive. So it will definitely help your love life. And maybe there's also someone that you have to forgive. This is a reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning into your life, to your life. That is possible, of course, that someone is coming back to you. It is also possible, reconciliation is basically making up, right? Forgiving each other. Forgiving, and so you can let go and you can move on. So that can also mean that there is going to be, or there is a necessity for reconciliation with a friend or a family member, and that doing so and forgiving them will make you feel better and bring you relief and love, etc., and that will help your love life. And I think for some there is problems in their love life with relatives. Maybe people who do have a partner, and then I feel it's the family of the partner. That there is problems with the family of the partner, that you don't see eye to eye with them. Yeah, that suddenly comes up. But that will not be for all of you, because I do suppose most who watch these clips are single, although this is not just for singles, it's just for everyone, every woman. But for some who are in a relationship, I feel that there are problems with your partner's family, one way or another. And then if you can forgive them, even if it's just within your own feelings and thoughts, etc., then that will help you, that will set you free, will liberate you. Because holding on to ill feelings is never good, but it will also help your relationship. Right. Right, and if you do that, what we talked about is that's all starts, so to speak, if you're more into the Artemis and there's more balance in this energy, etc., etc., how are you then going to feel as a woman? Well, look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? We have the Beauty and the Beast, unconditional love. Then you come to a place of just that, of unconditional love, more love, less judgment, feeling better about yourself, being more accepting of other people, even when you don't see eye to eye with them, even if they have different views and opinions to you, different truths in life. That doesn't really matter. You can embrace them all and just, it's all right. It's not possible to get everyone to agree with you or for everyone to see eye on eye. We all have our own truth and stuff. And when you are in this place of unconditional love, then you can accept that. You can live with that. It doesn't bother you anymore. And this one is also funny because of that. The keeper of secrets. Use your discernment, confide in a trusted friend, keep silent about knowledge. This card basically speaks of knowing when to speak and knowing when to shut up, basically. It's like, it's basically if you have something good going for you, or you have something that you want to do, want to manifest, uh, which you likely do, because you do still have this Mary Magdalene thing, that you have something to teach, you have something to bring. There is something, it doesn't mean to say you're going to start a business, all of you per se, no, not at all. Even when you're working behind a cash register in the supermarket, you can still have a message to bring to people, you can still have something to share. Even if it's just love or joy or whatever, you can do that as you work the till. So it doesn't mean that you have to start a practice or become a healer or whatever bullshit. No, everyone can still have, and everyone does have, a purpose in life, and you do too. And it's a very powerful, strong purpose as well. Otherwise, this Mary Magdalene would not have come up. But the thing is, if you talk to other people about what you dream about, the magic that you hold in your heart and in your hands and in your head and whatever, that dream, that goal, that purpose, if you start sharing that with people, it usually always lowers your vibration. And I never really understood that, because I like to talk to everyone about what I want to do, what I want to achieve, what I want to manifest, etc., etc. And then Abraham Hicks started saying in many clips of his that you should just shut up about it. You should never share it, never talk to other people about it, because then you will begin to wobble again. You will, because other people will criticize. And they start asking questions. Yeah, but how do you think you're going to do that? Yeah, but you really think you can do that? Yeah, but this. Yeah, but that. And then you're going to lose it. Because if you're not manifesting it yet, you usually are still kind of a bit, having these questions yourself. Like, oh my God, am I going to can I, will I, should I? And then you have this wonderful moment that you actually feel confident, you feel powerful, then you start sharing and talking to other people about it. And the minute you do that and they start asking these questions, then you lose it again. Then your vibration drops like a brick. In a way you lose the power of in a way, yeah. You lose the power and a bit of the magic when you share it with people, and especially also when you share it with the wrong people. And that's what this card is about, knowing when to speak and who to speak to, and when to be silent and just not speak about it at all, but still go your own way, still follow your dreams. So I hope that resonated with you. Oh, I'm going to quickly look at that rune. There is no reversal of that one. Let's see, it's the yew tree. Defend against danger. News from the past, old problems recurring. Yeah, I'm not certain how that would relate to the reading, really. I'm certain it does, but maybe you should just look it up online, because this is all it says, and there is so much more to runes than just this. And funny is that the moonstone is a very feminine energy, especially this peachy moonstone. I bought one myself the other day. It's a very, very feminine energy, like Mary Magdalene, and what this reading is also about feminine energy, but yeah. News from the past, well, that could be related to the reconciliation, someone coming back into your past. Maybe that will happen. Defend against danger. No, I don't see the connection really. But again, if you are intrigued by the rune, just look it up online, because there's much more to it, to runes, than just these 2 sentences, of course. But I don't know the runes by heart. So I'm sorry about that. I'm moving on to the numbers 2. Right, straight into that. Beginning with the 2. Well, not really, but they are cards. Even though I made them myself, they are still cards. What are you expressing or showing or doing too much? We have Ellen of the Ways. Oh. So, sorry, need a sip of coffee. I have to get my thingy. Ellen of the Ways is a very, very old British goddess, deity, goddess. No, it's a goddess, I think. And very little is known of her. Most people have never even heard of her. I came across it in one of Marion Zimmer Bradley's books of the Avalon series. I believe it was Priestess of Avalon, where one of the priestesses comes to Holland, where I live, and then she comes across a temple of the goddess Nehalenia, and she realizes that Nehalenia is very similar to the British goddess Ellen of the Ways. And that was the first time I ever heard of Nehalenia and also of Ellen of the Ways. In any case, it's about finding your way, and she's also keeper of the ley lines, and there's an awful lot to her. I feel very intrigued and drawn to her energy, but it's going too far a bit to really get into that. But since this is, she's also very elusive. You will not see her or find her or whatever if you're not really ready for this energy, and not ready for it. Then you will not be able to find her. She lives in the woods and she has antlers. She's antlered, an antlered goddess, and red hair, green eyes, very fiery, spirited, a free spirit. And oh God, I love that. I feel my pagan roots wake up as we talk about it. In any case, just so you have a bit of an idea, a little bit of Ellen of the Ways. Right. Now then, there of course again is the question: how can that be too much? What does that mean if you express that energy too much? And then I had to do some serious intuiting myself, because of course you cannot find that online. I had to feel myself, connect to it myself, and then it's also Ellen of the Ways is also about really feminine energy, not having expectations, just being able to trust and let things unfold, and then also knowing that things change. Everything has to change, right? If it remains the same all the time, things will cease to be. Change is inevitable. The only thing that never changes is the fact that everything always changes. And Ellen of the Ways leads us back to knowing that and to living that. And it's the art of letting go, of not having to know best, and being full of expectancy but without any expectations. And so if it's sort of reversed, if you have too much of that, then I feel for this reading for you, for the numbers 2, that possibly you have no expectations in not connecting, not really not really connecting. And of course it's good to have no set expectations, but there has to be a balance. I'm having difficulty explaining it. You shouldn't have expectations of other people, of whatever. You should be able to trust and rely that everything will work out. But you still will have a need to have a goal in life and stand on your own 2 feet. And you still should have dreams and things you want. And but the point that what I'm trying to get to is that I feel with this, you have so much no expectations that you leave, that you're not deciding anything. You're leaving everything up to someone else too much. So in that sense, also an imbalance in masculine feminine energies. Let me see, because I wrote this down and I was kind of channeling them. I have to it's good to start something without having expectations that turn into control, right? That's the bit, that the part of expectations that you mustn't have, the controlling sort of expectations, because then it's expectations from fear. That's also not right. But you have to be mindful that you still undertake things that fulfill you. And there could be too much feminine energy without guidance of the inner masculine. And then you look for that for that masculine energy, for that's the guidance, right? The channeling, the no, cannel, you can't say channeling, can you? Or whatever. Then you look for that in the outside, in a partner maybe, or other people, or whatever, and you let that steer you, and possibly to the point that you let someone else run your life. And if you are being all over the place too much, too scattered, that's, feminine energy is like water. And if it's only just feminine energy, it just flows, and when it's not channeled, and it just flows everywhere. And meaning that the flow and the stream can get very thin. And in a way, you need to have shores, boundaries, right? You need to have boundaries, you need to have shores. And willpower, which is your inner masculine energy, to channel it to a direction you want to flow in. And then you can still have the open mind, in other words, no set expectations as to what the outcome will have to be, but you stand a much bigger, higher chance of getting where you want to get if it's channeled. And I feel you have so much lack of expectations that it's just too much of this of this water without shores. It just runs everywhere. It just goes everywhere, and then you are not getting anywhere at all with that. And you also rely on other people, outside external situations and people too much for the guidance, the steering, also control, a bit of control. God, I hope that makes sense, because I can feel it, but I find it difficult to translate it into something that makes sense. I hope you get what I mean. I hope it is clear. And what you have to be more like, have more of, is Hestia, which is in the Roman pantheon, is Vesta, I believe. Hestia is about the home, hearth and home, and she's very, very independent, autonomous, calm, centered, inward focused. But there you have it, autonomous and independent. So she isn't reliant on a man or external situations for what she wants in life, or what she needs in life, or what she wants to do, manifest, whatever in life. She's independent and she's centered and autonomous. And that's the feeling I miss when there isn't too much of this Ellen of the Ways energy. And Hestia also doesn't mind being alone. She doesn't seek a relationship at all. Because she doesn't need a man. She doesn't need anyone else to complete her, because she's autonomous. And she doesn't mind solitude either. So in that sense, if she was to spend the rest of her life on her own, without a partner, she wouldn't mind either. She still feels whole on the inside. That's often the type of woman who is viewed as a bit weird or odd, a loner, or shy even, because she can be a bit misunderstood, but I don't think that's of course that's not the idea what you should be more of, it's more about the autonomous thingy and being independent and calm and centered, and yeah, just that's what you need more of. Okay, and quickly moving on to the next card. This is going to be too long. As per usual. Oh my god. Where were we? Jesus, only the first two. Also the same thing as the second card. What you should express more or be more. We have Lady Portia, which is also do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Divine order. It's also about letting go of karmic bonds and things that block you, and taking responsibility, seeing other people's point of view, and if you made choices that weren't for the highest good, admit it. Through dishonesty you are releasing any karmic bonds or anchors of fear from your energy. Take the time to learn from the situation. If you are involved in any legal issues, well, I don't think that's going to be it is about justice. Justice, a call for justice is being brought into your space, because that's also what you get when you take responsibility for things, for your own actions and things. I do feel with this actually that you shouldn't beat yourself up. If maybe you indeed have this, what I just explained, that entire lengthy story about Ellen of the Ways, if that is too much and you feel that resonates, maybe you also tend to beat yourself up for not doing things or not getting things done or whatever, for anything. Don't do that. Don't beat yourself up, because that is damaging to your energy, to your soul even. That's what the karmic stuff is about. For one, don't ask me to explain. I don't know. I know it's true though. I intuitively get that. It damages you, and it has to do with karma, or you even create karma with that. Don't beat yourself up over it. What do you have to develop in order to become more like the Hestia woman and less of this, have less of the Ellen of the Ways thing? We have the fairy. No, sorry. No. Wrong card. We need. Oops. Yeah, they're all over the place. We need the chakra card. Compassion. Letting go, healing, growth, compassion, forgiveness. So maybe you have to forgive yourself and heal, let go. You have to also let go, stand on your own 2 feet. Like Estia is also autonomous, right? She stands on her own 2 feet. She doesn't need a man. She's okay on her own, and she's also okay if she does have a man. She's up for that as well. But that means be able to let go, not be needy, and this is a heart chakra card, so something might need to be forgiven, someone forgiven. There might be some healing necessary, compassion. I feel mostly for yourself, for whatever reason, mostly for yourself. Forgive yourself, have compassion with yourself. I really feel that you're beating yourself up over something. What can you let go? What should you let go? What can you let go of? We have the 5 of Chalices card, 5 of Cups. Let go of letting go. It's as if it's this is letting go, and you have to let go of that. So I feel that maybe you are focusing so much on pain and negative and what you lost and what's gone and blah blah blah, whatever that is. It's about time to just stop doing that. If something happened that hurt you, upset you, caused you pain, it's just time to stop hurting. Cut it out, let it go, drop these chalices. She's emptying that cup here. She's emptying it from the pain and the negativity and all the hurt and all the stuff. Just dump that cup. Just let it go. I mean, maybe you've been doing that for about a year, and there's still shit running out of it. Maybe that's tears. It's time to stop crying. It's time to stop crying over spilled milk. It's time to let it go. Let the pain go. Let the letting go of the pain go. It's done. You know? As long as you keep holding on to that cup, it's gonna keep hurting you. At some point you gotta let go, and you can make that decision. It's just a decision. Like, it's been enough now. Dump it. You still got 3 cups left in that basket. There's a whole world out there, and you're not even seeing it, because all you're doing is staring at that stupid cup. So let it go. Time to live. Time to forgive. Let's see. This is oh, that's the last one. No. First is the romance angels. What will you get if you do that when it comes to love? You get chemistry. There's a lot of magnetic attraction here. Well, then I feel then things will become more balanced. Yeah, more balanced. If you become more of the Hestia, more autonomous, more standing on your own 2 feet, and you do have expectations. You're not all over the place anymore. That you know that you want stuff, but you're not demanding. You're not controlling. You're not demanding, but you still do have expectations in life. There's still things you want to have in life, but you're standing on your own 2 feet. You don't lean on someone else anymore. Then you can have this wonderful, glorious chemistry with someone, because you're not really needing them anymore to be your backbone or to fill in that void in masculine energy for you. You can be equal, and then you can have that chemistry, and you will also be more playful. You will be more playful, you have a lot more fun, and that will also help your love life tremendously. Makes it a lot more fun. And how will you feel as a woman when you do that? We have the fairy tales, letting go, detachment, moving on. It will be a lot easier for you to let go and to move on, and to also let go of things or people, situations that don't serve you. And I feel that maybe you will do that when you've done all this other stuff. If you manage to do that, be more like Hestia and do this as well, then that's also the letting go, right? Walking away from something that doesn't serve you anymore. This doesn't serve you anymore, to be there and to, be in that painful place or whatever. Look at the pain, the sorrow, the sadness, and whatever you lost, and or whatever. If that's not the case, just not being happy, not being fulfilled, not being happy. And you're able to let go of that, walk away from it. Bye. There's better places waiting for me, better people waiting for me, things that do match me, things that do make me happy, things that do fulfill me, things that do make me feel playful, people that do bring me chemistry and passion, all the juicy bits of life. And then you also get the secret doorway, which is about working with intuition. Second sight is opening dimensional doorways. This is working with intuition. If you are feeling much better, able to walk away from things that don't serve you, you are in a far more stable place. You have more confidence, self-esteem. Your intuition is working, which will tell you when something is indeed not good for you, and when someone is good for you. And then you can start discovering more. You can start discovering outside of your comfort zone, your usual parameter, and there's also a bit playful. Wow, there's this secret doorway. What will be on the other side? I'm gonna find out. A whole new world might open up for you. This is brilliant. I really love this. That one, let's see, was reverse. Torch in reverse is an end to something, a loss. Well, I do think there is some sort of loss, or has been a loss, And you have to just be done with that. You have to make a choice to just be done with that. You're not in a happy place, really. And it's time to let go of that, to move on. I hope that resonates. Thank you for watching. Please leave me feedback if you liked it, and of course like it. Feel free to share it. And if you're interested in one of my courses, either the free one that I'm going to offer next week on starting May 14th about self-love, then please check the link underneath. And the same goes for the 30-day course for women, Forever Feminine. Now I'm quickly moving on to the last one, the number 3. I haven't a clue how long I've been recording. Way too long. This is going to take forever to upload to YouTube. This is HD quality now. It takes about an hour if it's an hour video. For number 3, who chose this room? Oh. My coffee's gone completely cold. What are you expressing too much? What kind of energy or vibe or whatever? We have Ellen of the Ways, which is peculiar because we had after the numbers 2 as well. These cards I did a while back for another reading on femininity, and I made 3 different sets because I want a chance to, well, normally speaking, if you only have one, then this card can only come up once. Well, apparently it's needed twice now in this spread, and because I have 3 sets of each of these goddesses I chose, that is possible, you know. It could even have worked out that all 3 sets had this card come up, but they didn't, but 2, yes. But for the numbers 2, it came up for you as well, but I do feel for you it's somewhat different. Ellen of the Ways, I just explained that as well.